Well, billionaire apartment developer Harry Triguboff can't hide his delight at the prospect of an imminent interest rate cut and the government's planned help for first home buyers. He told me today he won't have to discount anymore. It's bad news for house hunters looking for a bargain. Mr Triguboff believes this intervention signals the end of price falls. But he would say that. He's got thousands of apartments for sale up and down the East Coast. I spoke with him at Meriton's offices. Harry Triguboff, the Reserve Bank Governor has today given the strongest possible hint that the board will cut rates in 2 weeks. Do we need a cut?
I think that will be very good. It will be a great help to the real estate market, which is very weak. And I think that it will give hope, or it will give the reason for people to buy and not to pull out, not to think. Like we have a sale of 5 apartments in Surface Paradise, and the people from China, from Hong Kong, didn't know whether to go ahead or not. But once they saw the results of the election and the movements of everyone, they're going ahead. So we already feel the difference.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think the election has affected whether people buy or not?
Of course, the way the Labour ran it, they wanted the people to lose money, actually. And nobody wants to lose money. And I think they say that they didn't explain their policies well. I think the Liberals didn't explain. I think the Labour Party explained their policies very well to have got the number of votes they got.
How much do you expect the cutting of interest rates and the government's plans to help first home buyers to lift prices by?
You know, I sell now probably at 10% discount. And besides that, I give them money at 3%, and I help them with the stamp duty. So I think that first I should be able to get the full price, not less discount, not less this. So we're still a long way from prices to go up.
Do you think these moves will actually put a floor in the market, that it will restore confidence more than adjust prices?
Yeah, it will do all that, but it will still be a long way away from what it used to be.
In January, you said that the market had slowed so much you were only selling around 5 units a week. By April, it had stabilised to around 20 units a week.
Right.
How many are you selling now?
Well, it's only May, and the election was only the other day. So I would say it's only 1 week, but I would say we could sell now close to 30.
And if we see the RBA's cuts passed through by the banks, we see the government's first home buyers come through, then how many?
I'll probably give less discount. I don't want to sell more. I'll probably give less discount. But that's my peculiar situation.
Have you spoken to Scott Morrison since the election?
Just for 2 minutes. I congratulated him. And he told me without my help he couldn't do it, which of course is an exaggeration.
Last time I saw you, it was last year, and you were in the government, or the parliamentary offices up in number 1 Bligh Street.
Right.
Who were you seeing there, and what policies were you there to discuss? What did you think the economy needed at that time?
The economy needed that time and this time the same thing. In Sydney, our planning department is very difficult. It takes us many years to get approvals. And that's a huge problem. That's a bigger problem than RBA, than the government. This is a huge problem. So I probably was discussing and talking about the problems I have in getting approvals. I build today probably less than I built 20 years or 30 years ago. And the reason is I just can't get approvals. I have a lot of empty land, but it takes me a long time to get approvals.
On the housing market here, do you think that we've seen the bottom in the price falls?
Yeah, we've definitely seen the bottom.
Is that because of the RBA and the government policies, or is it other dynamics as well?
Everything together. Everything together. And it's time anyway. We have to have it. We have to have a building industry.
Do you think prices from here will flatline, or do you think they'll rise?
I think they'll rise. But it's very difficult to say, but they will rise, yes. I don't think it'll be a quick rise, but it'll rise, yes.
The Australian market is extraordinarily varied from city to city, town to town. If you're an investor, where would you be buying?
In Sydney? Yeah. I would buy in Sydney probably in Mascot, or I would buy...
Is that because you have lots of apartments for sale in Mascot?
Well, Mascot has the railway, has the work. I think the other very good place would be North Ryde. Very good. Where I build is where I think it's very good. That's why I put my money there.
Harry Triguboff, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Lovely to see you.